A woman in Telangana brutally murdered her husband. The widely reported reason? He asked why she didn't cook non-vegetarian food for dinner. But step away from the viral headlines, and the setting is devastatingly normal. The couple, Shivaji and Lakshmi, lived in a small rented house in the Kamareddy district, raising their 2 toddler daughters. What started as a mundane argument over a meal ended with a lethal strike. Lakshmi picked up an agricultural sickle and brought it down on her husband's neck. Human psychology rarely works like this. A minor dispute over dinner does not organically generate the sheer, spontaneous rage required to commit a brutal murder. This diagram shows the iceberg model of domestic conflict. The food dispute is right here, the small, visible tip above the waterline. The meal itself was only a trigger. To understand the violence, we have to look at the massive, unseen structural failures looming beneath the surface. Let's trace the fatal night. It's late, and a verbal argument begins when Shivaji questions Lakshmi about the lack of a non-vegetarian dish. Inside the cramped quarters of their rented house, the argument quickly spirals. Standard verbal abuse turns physical, with threats thrown in both directions. An extended family member named Nandini was there as the chaos unfolded. Seeing the escalation, she physically stepped between the couple to block them from reaching each other. Lakshmi bypassed her entirely. She reached for a heavy kodavali, a curved agricultural sickle, and swung it high over the intervening relative's head. The blade struck Shivaji directly on the neck. It severed critical blood vessels, and he collapsed, bleeding out on the floor before medical help could even be called. Hacking through a physical barrier, a relative actively trying to stop the fight, requires immense force and extreme determination. This points to a targeted release of deep, pent-up rage, rather than a tragic accident. The morning after the attack, police arrived. Circle Inspector Narahari launched an investigation to find the actual motive behind the strike. Returning to the iceberg model, police uncovered the first hidden layer: chronic financial stress. The deepest section reveals severe intimacy withdrawal. With economic fear and emotional disconnection combining, the entire structure was cracking, turning minor disagreements into life or death battles. These compounding socioeconomic and psychological pressures created an environment so volatile that a mundane dispute over a meal was enough to spark a lethal outcome. The extended family's reaction has been visceral. They shifted immediately from mourning Shivaji to actively campaigning for the harshest possible punishment for Lakshmi, demanding the death penalty. The family tree is entirely fractured. The relatives have vowed to permanently sever Lakshmi's maternal rights and banish her from their lineage entirely. The ultimate silent victims of this tragedy are the couple's 2 small children. At just 1 and 2 years old, these daughters were stripped of both parents
What do you think about
in a
this
matter
incident?
of seconds.
Could this have been prevented?
Unaddressed domestic
Speech balloon,
tension
comment
is
your
a
opinion
lethal
below.
force.
Thumbs up sign like
When
this video if
financial
you want
and
more real
emotional
news
stress are
breakdowns.
left to
Bell
fester
follow
behind
for daily
closed
viral
doors,
stories and updates.
the resulting explosion leaves behind permanent generational trauma.